Welcome, beautiful souls. Super happy to be here today. This is Stacie Overman. I am the creator and the host of this amazing group. And I wanted to share with you a beautiful client of mine that has done amazing work, amazing work. She's gone through 2 of my 9-week programs. She's getting ready to step up and roll into the mastermind program. She went from being unhappy in a situation that was feeling stuck in to not being able to really connect and understand what God wanted her to hear or know. And she really just wanted peace in her life and to know that she was doing what God wanted her to do. To now, oh my gosh, I'm not even going to share anymore. We're going to bring her on. And this is Kim. Let me just bring her on camera. Hello, Kim. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So awesome to have you here. I know you've shared a little of your story in another testimonial call when you finished the Pathways to Happiness program. And now you finished the Mastering Your Gifts program. Are you just like blown away?
Yes. Wow. I can't even wrap my head around most of it because it's just so incredible and awesome, but I feel it all. And I've never felt, when I say I wanted peace, boy, ever did I get it.
Right? Oh my gosh. I was just looking at my notes, like the very first discovery call that you and I had, you were like, I want peace. I want to feel connected. I want to find a solution. I want to build my confidence.
Yeah. And I wanted to know what God wanted from me.
Yeah.
And I felt like there was something more, and I wasn't figuring anything out. I wasn't figuring out the signs. I was just like, listen, if you want me to know, you're gonna have to hit me in the head with it, because I'm not about subtle. But I'm learning about subtle now.
Yeah.
Because everything Spirit does is subtle. But He put a dream of you to me, and so that's how we started.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that you had a dream and I was in the dream, and I'm like,
Yeah.
OMG, like if God is pressing that upon us, like we better listen up.
Right. That's what prompted the discovery call.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. My dream. Because I told you and you're like, we got to talk. I'm like, all right. And I was so confused that I just didn't know how to muddle through like what was supposed to happen. I'm married, and it was been miserable for years. So I just thought, okay, find happiness in the little things, find happiness in crafts, or, going out to the movies with your kids or whatever. But it just wasn't. I knew there was supposed to be something else, because the same things were coming back to me. And I'm like, something's going on here.
Right. So you were getting synchronicities, you were getting signs, you were getting the nudges, the taps on the shoulder, as some people like to say, the little God taps on the shoulder. Like, I don't believe in coincidence.
No, I never did either.
This is like the redirecting the ship. This is, God and your spirit team and the angels all being like, come on, right over here. Here's the little love bomb drops, like over here, breadcrumbs.
Yep. And once I started your program and got into it, it was, you got to put work into it. It's just not a matter of just, watch a video and be done. You hold us to tasking. In fact, I still have some tasks to do now that we think of it. But it's for our higher good. And it's exactly what we need. It's exactly what I needed. I know that. And if anybody's as stubborn as me, then seriously, because it took me that long just to be like, okay, I'm going to do this with you.
Yeah.
And I thought, if I'm going to do this, I'm putting 100% into it, because you put 100% into me.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah.
That's
it's so all in.
Yeah. Yes. And if you're putting that into me, then why am I not investing my time and money into myself?
Right.
So that's what I did. That's what I chose to do. And the transformation from where I started until now is more than I ever thought would be. It's not, I told you I wanted a few things, but I got all this stuff in with it. It's just crazy. All these things that, I've spoken to, my angels, and I know my path is much bigger than what I ever thought it would be.
Yeah. Oh
And
my
it's
gosh.
clear, the clarity and the peacefulness and the happiness that I have. Like, I'm sitting at my office and I'm sitting there thinking, why am I so dang happy? This is just ridiculous. I feel like the weight of the world. And it's through the program. I mean, it's taught me how to live in the moment and how to have clarity. I mean, I moved out from a miserable place where I was living with me and my husband, and we're in the midst of a divorce. It was miserable.
Yeah.
So I have my own place, and for the first time in my life, I've been on my own.
Wow.
And I love it. It's exactly where I'm supposed to be. I know that. That's the thing about it. And it's the best part is too that people will come to me and ask me like my opinion on things, and I have that gift that I can look at a situation and see exactly what it is that they're missing or what they're needing, and gently tell them what needs to be.
How powerful and confidence building that is to know that you've got that gift
Mm-hmm.
and that God's called you to this place. You had to go through the storm, right? You're still on the edge of that storm, getting out of that storm. We go through the storm because it's getting us to where we needed to go.
Right.
And now you've got the confidence and the power, understanding more about your soul's purpose,
Mm-hmm.
how God's called you to help others.
Yes.
Oh, that just makes like you want to get up every morning and be like, okay, God, who's coming in my life next? Like, how can I help? How can I be a vessel?
Yeah. And I do remember thinking every morning, like, oh, this is like Groundhog's Day. Goodness grief, I'm going to get up, go to work. And I have a good job. I love the people I work with and the people I work for. So it's not even about that I was unhappy in my work. I'm not. But at the same time, it's a preparation for me because I get an audience with clients because I talk to them a lot face to face. I talk to them on the phone, and it's preparing me. It took me a long time to figure this out. But now, because I work in, investments and such in the market because of all the craziness that's going on, a lot of people calling and upset. And it's very easy for me to take the chicken little out of them. The sky is falling, and just put a little bit of rationality in their train of thought.
Right.
And they're like, you made me feel so much better. And all I'm doing is that job, what I'm going to be doing in my, what God
side. Yeah.
So it's going to be as far as that part goes, a very smooth transformation because I've been doing it for a long time.
Right. It's so interesting how God has you right where you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it takes us getting out of there or healing at an nth degree to look back and go, oh, that was preparation for where I'm going.
Yeah. And the healing is 100% absolutely a must. Because I would have loved to have just said, you know what, Stacie, let's skip the healing, do the woo woo. I want to just go right into gifts and not even worry about it. But that's not how it works. First of all, I didn't even know I had gifts. But I also
Kim did not come to me talking woo woo. She was all like, oh no, no, we're not talking any of that.
No, not at all. And I come to find out that I'm a channeler. I'm a definitely medium. And when you were like, okay, what's the thing that you're strongest at? And I'm like, no, because I was so afraid of being a medium. I'm not a medium.
But that's the powerful thing is when you do have mediumship skills, when you can discern messages from the other side of the veil, messages come from angels, come from spirit team, come from spirit guides, come from God, come from Jesus, like they come from all over. And so when you have that and understand how to use it, understand how to turn it down, understand how to turn it up, understand how to really utilize it to gift others healing messages, changes people's lives.
It does. And I practice here and there doing things with people that I know, and even people that I don't know that are like friends of friends and things. And the more you do it, the more confidence you have. And I guess that was the thing about the mediumship, because I guess with all of it, you have to trust, but that was that trust. That's whenever I was like, oh, wait a minute. This is what she's been telling me all this time, to trust and allow, because it's literally the first like things that come up in your mind, even if it's bizarre, you're like, okay, I'm just going to spit this out. And the first several times I was doing it, I'm like, I'm not saying that. And anybody's going to be committing me. That's crazy. But then
I must be crazy.
yeah,
Welcome to the crazy club.
then I was like, all right, I'm going to do this exactly how I see it. And you sent me pictures of people I didn't even know. And I was like, okay, here it is, here it is, here it is. And, I was on and I was like, okay, so that is how you do it.
Yeah.
And now it's not even, it is a process, but it's not a process. It becomes a lot more natural. Somebody's just talking to you. Like I was talking to some lady getting a drink and she was talking to me about her mom and everything. And like all of a sudden her mom is right behind her, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
And then she's like, I went to 7 different psychics and going on. And I'm like, why are we talking? Like, I would have never in 20 years ever had a conversation with somebody I didn't know about this. And now all of a sudden, she's
They're
talking
just
about
coming to you out of the woodwork.
yeah, when you're not even saying anything. And I'm like, well, I said, just so you know, your mom is standing right behind you and she loves you very much. And she goes, oh, that makes me feel so much better. Didn't even qualm about it. Like, didn't even think anything, but she was very excited.
Your whole life has like changed, shifted, huge.
And I don't know how one person deserves to be so dang happy.
Aw, you do deserve that, right?
I do. I do.
Didn't come here to struggle. God does not want us to struggle.
No. And that's the thing. I feel that love. And man, if you thought you did, good. I'm glad, because I was missing it. And if you don't know that, if you're not sure that you haven't felt it, if they take this program, I'm telling you, they will be feeling it. There's no way. You put your time into it. And it's not like it's an 8-hour job. I find myself wanting to be like, okay, I got to get this done. I want to do this.
Yeah.
I wanted to dive in. I wanted to learn. I was like a sponge.
Oh my gosh, right? Like you just don't want to stop. It's like, oh, keep going, keep going. I know. I was just trying to estimate like how much time it would take, because people are working and they got families and things to do. And I'm like, would it be safe to assess that if they were to set aside 3 to 4 hours a week, they could easily get through it? You think? Yeah.
Because I think sometimes you tend to, and at least me, because I'm OCD, like overachiever kind of thing, where I try to do everything like a certain way. But if I don't have a half an hour to meditate, I'm not going to meditate at all. And I had to get out of that mindset and be like, you don't need a half an hour.
No.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I told you, whenever things were really, really bad before I moved, I was getting nothing, like absolutely nothing. And I just kept saying, you know what, God, I'm here. I'm showing up. Doesn't matter. I'm showing up, because I know there's something here with me, for me. Yeah. And then as soon as I was here and then I went to Florida, it's like everything just went whoop, like opened up. And now it's crazy. Totally, everything is just transformed me and changed. And like, and I feel God nudging me and being like, all right, we're on the right track here. We're going to do this. Anybody that gets in your way, they're out the door.
Love it. Oh my gosh. Well, and you had no idea on that discovery call that you were even being called to be some form of a spiritual leader, right? Like we all know that we're light workers or way showers, or maybe we're an angel here on earth, or whatever you might want to call that. Maybe you're a sage, or you're an oracle, like, or you've done this in many lives, but you didn't come to me going like, I'm supposed to do this, right? Like, so now we've worked together for almost 20 weeks and you're like, yep, I'm supposed to do something. And so you're going to be stepping up into our mastermind and figuring out how that looks.
Even though we have free will, and I realize that, and I know that I have a choice in whether I choose to or not choose to, my heart tells me I don't have a choice, because I will not be fulfilled. I will not be happy. I know that. So knowing, that's why I think one reason why I'm so happy, many reasons, but that's one reason why, is because I know that me stepping up and doing what I came here to do. Yeah. This is why I'm here.
Right.
So why wouldn't I, one, and why wouldn't I find out, two, and how much longer would have it taken me to find this out?
I was just going to say that if you didn't go through this coaching process,
I would still be.
how many more years, or do
Mhm.
you think ever? Like, what do you
I
think
don't
that?
know. Because honestly, I was resigned to the fact that, yeah, and I had people saying, my kids, Mom, you're not going to stick around here, are you? Kind of thing, because it was ugly. And I was like, well, like I was so non-committed to anything. Like I was just living day by day and dealing.
Yeah.
That's never going to happen again.
No.
Never.
No.
But that whole weight is gone, and it wouldn't have ever happened without your help and the coaching and going through the program and putting your nose to the grindstone and doing it. And like you said, 3 to 4 hours a week. If you don't have 3 to 4 hours a week, then make it, because I guarantee you're on your phone 3 to 4 hours a week,
Oh,
clicking or whatever.
right. Now they have the timer thing, and you can actually see, oh, I spent 9 hours on Facebook.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I think that I wish everybody could know how their transformation would go. Because there's no way they would ever say no to such a gift.
Right.
Because it's worth it. It is worth every single thing you put into it. Put your heart into it, your brain into it, your mind into it. You invest into it, but it is so worth it. It's the best investment I ever had. And I'll tell you, I love to take my little vacations and scenes, because I'm going to Jamaica tomorrow. And I had no qualms going to Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But when you and I first talked and I was in such a low place in my life, I was like, I don't know. And I even said to you, you're like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, that's just, not sure if I should have done that. And you're like, you're worth it. And I was like, all right. If someone's telling me I'm worth it that I don't even know, she knew something I don't know. And I want to know what she doesn't know, or what I don't know,
What you don't know. Yeah.
and what you do know. So yeah, I was just like, I'm going to go for it. So that was the last time the more I got into it, the more I was like, dang, that was just silly of me to even question the fact that I wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
Because it's how you transform yourself into this with all the gifts and God's light. I'm never going to be the same. I'm going to always just treasure exactly the gifts that God gives. And I've never known how to live in the moment.
Yeah. Wow.
It's the best thing.
Don't. Yeah. We go our whole lives not knowing how to live in the moment. We have all these masks on, and we're serving our kids, and we're serving the husband, and we're serving the job, and we're serving everybody else that we got to serve, but we never figure out who we are.
And the thing of it is, you also don't realize how much you hide your own truth, and how much your own truth is one of the most important things to your being ever. Because when your truth comes out, it just pours out of you. Like you don't even have to say anything.
Yeah.
And even when you do say it, it doesn't matter, because like you say it with conviction. Like I say everything with conviction. That's the way I've always been. If I believe in it, I believe in it. And how do you not? Like I'm proof that if this program is going to work, because I'm the most stubborn person in the world. My mom used to always tell me how stubborn I was, but I am proof that it's amazing.
Wow. Thank you for sharing your story. Yeah. Wow.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for you.
There's so much more to come.
I couldn't be happier. I mean, I love my job. Like I can see people in pain and hurting, and it's like, get on my jet. Let's fast track this, baby. We've got to get you to where you're happy again and live in your purpose. And
to think I almost didn't. I almost thought maybe I shouldn't do a discovery call. Maybe I can't. Maybe I shouldn't just even get into it and realize that maybe this isn't something that I can afford to do, or think that I have the time to do. Whether it's money invested or time invested, same thing. But both of them are well worth it. So there I am. I almost thought about it, like, just for a little while. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. And then I was like, and I did. And if I wouldn't have, my goodness. And the people I've met through this have been wonderful. I've made such good friends.
yeah.
And I love them. And I love to see what they're doing. And I'm just so excited for them and how they're how they're growing too.
Right.
I'm just like in the background, like, woo, look at them go.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
it is.
There's no better feeling.
Right. Oh my gosh. I love it. Like, let's just get on the jet and fast track this to happiness. Like, we don't need to struggle. We don't need
No.
to be stuck. And a lot of us, we don't have the tools. We just don't know how to do it. And it's not a one and done fix. It's not, I heard God loud and clear tell me that I could still do my healing sessions and help people with healing, but he really wanted me to pull the veil back and give them everything, all the tools, give it to them so that they can heal themselves, and then they can start sharing with others, because we need to anchor this light and love into the world faster, quicker, sooner. And as we can see, the world is in a really troubling spot right now. And this is why we need to step up.
Right.
I was just sharing this morning on the alumni call that God is not here just for comfort. Sometimes God makes things uncomfortable in our own life or in the world to get people to change and to shift.
Mm-hmm.
Because so many people get complacent. And like you had mentioned in your situation, you thought that this was just going to be the thing that you had to go through and just deal with, and avoidance, right? And just walk on eggshells and avoidance. And it's no, we don't have to live like that. And God will make things more and more uncomfortable to get you to shift.
Yes.
And if you don't shift and you don't figure out how to heal on a mind, body, and soul level, dear one, I'm just going to be frank, that shit's going to come right back in and cycle back into your life again, whether it's in a new relationship or a new boss or a new situation. You have to do the work. And I don't, I'm like, I don't say it's easy. I don't say it's cheap. It's not.
No, but it's self-care. It's self-care. You know what I mean? It's like if you had a toenail that was bothering you every time you put a shoe on, and because it was too long, when you clip the toenail, I mean, yeah. And I mean, there was me with that big toenail for 32 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like what I see is, and the reason why I say that is because I almost didn't do this. And anybody that is almost not doing it and just saying, I'm going to wait, they are not doing themselves any favors, because this is the real deal. Like, this gives you the whole package. And not just do you learn your gifts, you get the tools on how to use them and what you use them for. I mean, there's no stone unturned. And then if you're still not sure, send Stacie a message. I mean, you are always there. I'm sending you messages about things all the time.
Yeah.
You probably think I'm nuts, because I'm sending her messages. This just happened. Did this just happen? No, it just happened. Okay, it just happened. Like,
well, and it's the personal coaching too. There's a difference between a course. Like, I've got my DIY, I don't know, DIY, the do-it-yourself. I've got the course, right? And you do it yourself. But the difference between the coaching program is it's personalized to you. Like, literally, I'm tapping in and meditating before our coaching call. And 9 times out of 10, I can remember you saying, oh my gosh, how did you even know that I needed that? Well, I didn't. I just opened up and here we go. And was that in any of the videos? 9 times out of the 10, no.
Right.
That was personalized coaching that met you right where you were at, right then, right there, to get you to keep moving forward.
And sometimes it was a spiritual kick in the butt, but it's what you need.
Right? Yeah. All in love.
Yeah. And I never felt as though, oh, geez, Louise. I never felt any of that. I just felt as though, okay, here we go.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, it's great.
So proud of you. Wow. I love it. I love it. So anyone watching right now, or possibly watching the replay, and they're like, man, Kim almost didn't do it. She almost didn't say yes to that discovery call. She almost didn't invest in herself. What would you say to them right now? One last tip, just what intuitively is coming to you.
What I would say is, don't not almost do it. Just do it. Just do it. You will never, because here's the thing about it is, the best part about it is, I wasn't sure because I didn't have the clarity in my mind to make that decision, because it was all bogged down with things that, are important, but they still can be important. but you get more clarity, you get more understanding. And so that whole everything shifts in you in regards to, if I'm going to take the coaching that I was worried about how I was going to put the time in and how I was going to put the money in. Well, the time come because it was important and because it's what's God calling you to do. If God's calling you to do something, God's going to help you make a way. He's bringing you here. He's bringing you through it. It's not going to be a difficult thing, and you're never going to miss it. Like, I don't miss I didn't miss the money I put into it. I don't miss it at all. I got 1,000 times more than I ever thought I'd pay for. Like,
Love
it
it.
was 100 times worth it, and then some. Like,
Yeah.
and the time I put into it, I'd put twice as much time into it.
Yeah.
I could feel twice as much love too.
That's right. And the amazing thing too, you talk about time. When I'm in the flow of creating and learning, and I'm spending that time with God and my spirit team and the angels and stuff, all of a sudden you realize you're in the flow. Like, you've aligned, and all of a sudden it's not like you're going uphill, in the 9 feet of snow, walking barefoot, like, oh my gosh, can it get any harder? It's like easy.
Things start clicking for you.
It's like, oh, I'm in the canoe and the paddles, I don't even have to paddle. I'm just going. And that's energetic alignment right there. Everything starts flowing.
You don't have that day to day, and I don't have that. And I don't have my head in the clouds. I mean, Lord knows I still got things that I have to do and stuff like that, but I just don't have that day to day worry. I live in every moment. I do live in every moment. And I know that no matter what, if I have to leave here tomorrow, God's going to take care of me.
Right.
And He has been. And I know I'm loved and protected. I know I'm loved and protected.
Absolutely. Faith over fear, everyone. And for what's going on in the world, faith over fear cannot hold the same space. So stay in that faith, stay in that measure of belief that God gave each and every one of you. Tap into that, lean into that God's measure of faith. That's just a tiny little mustard seed of faith. That's all you need. Step into that, lean into that. Awesome. Well, I will put a link in the description of this video. If you are going, oh my gosh, that's my story. Oh my gosh, how does Kim do it? Like, I'm exactly in that boat. Click the link, apply for a call. Would love to talk with you. And I've got a couple openings, and I've got a few openings for calls this coming up Monday through Wednesday. Today is Saturday. Yeah. So click the link, just fill it out.
Click the link.
Click the link. It's okay.
It is okay. It's more than okay.
Yes. Faith over fear. Absolutely. All right. Thank you again, Kim.
Welcome.
Super excited to see you again. And we'll probably have you back on after you've been in Mastermind, our year-long program, after you've been in that for a while, and continue to see the progress that God's got for you.
We won't recognize me.
I know. You're just so happy now. It's so awesome to see. I love it.
I'm very happy. Yes.
Good. All right. Well, until the next video, I thank you all for your time, and angel kisses, and we will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye.